Your boy D47 all day for real out here, AM PM popping off, revisiting as much rugby league information as possible. Right now, the 1986 Wooden Spoon in Australian Rugby League, this time going to Illawarra Steelers again, just behind West. And so you don't miss any crucial rugby league information, watching this video all the way through to the end, as per always. So, like I said, every year, not every year in the 80s, every year from 1983 up to 1989, it was either Western Suburbs or Illawarra who got the Wooden Spoon. It was those two teams always rooted to the bottom of the competition ladder. And when West got it, Illawarra just avoided it. And when Illawarra got it, West just avoided it. So, in 1986, it was Illawarra's turn to get it, and West who just avoided it. But actually do, in my personal opinion, I do think that Steelers were desperately unlucky to get the Wooden Spoon. I actually think that West deserved to get it. Now, why do I say that? Because Illawarra, for a Wooden Spoon team, actually had some excellent defence. Illawarra's points in 1986, they'd scored 310 points and conceded 372. So therefore, and against only minus 62 points, which is negative. Of course, the Wooden Spoon team is going to have a negative for and against, but it's nowhere near as negative as most of the other Wooden Spoon teams over the years, and definitely not as bad as West Wooden Spoon, as West for and against, I should say. In 1986, West finishing second last, scoring 372 points, but conceding 538. And if you've been watching these Wooden Spoon videos, you'll know that that's what West usually were conceding in the 1980s, 500 or 600 points in the season. So Illawarra's for and against only minus 62, but West minus 156, alarmingly. So so for Illawarra though, the reason why they got the spoon is despite West's paper thin defence, they did in fact manage to win one more game and have one more draw than Illawarra. So at different times in the season, West managed to have a good game here and there, and that was eventually enough to avoid the Wooden Spoon. From West's 26 rounds in 1986, they had 2 byes but managed 8 wins, 15 losses, 1 draw. So that was 21 competition points, whereas Illawarra's 26 rounds had their 2 byes as well, but only won 7 games and lost 17, and that was 18 competition points. So, West just doing enough with their reasonable attacks, just doing enough to avoid the Wooden Spoon. But I do think that Illawarra were definitely hard done by, because they were mildly competitive. They were always in there. They were always in every game up to their neck, so to speak. And they fought as hard as they could, and they put in as much effort as they could. They just didn't have the know-how, the class, the experience, the knowledge to score points often enough to then win games often enough. And this was evident. There was actually 2 games in the 1986 season where Illawarra didn't score a single point, unfortunately. In 1986 round 13, they were thumped by Canterbury 25-0 at Belmore. And then in round 15, they were beaten by South 9-0 at the SCG in a Monday night game. And I've actually seen some highlights of that game. And they actually competed really well. Defence was excellent, like I said, only leading in the 9 points. But couldn't score a single point, losing to South 9-0. Then in the last round, round 26, they'd actually lost to Canterbury 8 points to 2. So not scoreless, but trialless this time. So the attacking woes of Illawarra, unfortunately. The attacking woes definitely evident in the top try and point scorers. I've never ever seen this, believe it or not. Never ever seen this in a Wooden Spoon video. We usually do the Wooden Spoon team's top try and point scorer. It's 2 different players. Well, this time in 1986, legendary Illawarra Steelers winger Alan McIndoe scored 11 tries for them. So to be the top try scorer, those 11 tries is 44 points. And he was also the leading point scorer, believe it or not. Even though he wasn't a goal kicker and didn't kick a single goal in his career, his 11 tries, 44 points was enough for him to also be the leading Illawarra point scorer in 1986. So what that means is that all the goal kickers Illawarra used were 1, very bad at goal kicking, and 2, weren't getting many attempts anyway because they weren't scoring tries on a regular basis. So really, really sad that none of the other Illawarra players could score more than 44 points. So props to McIndoe for getting 11 tries and the team struggling to score any tries at all, but the rest of the team not pulling their weight at all in regards to point scoring. And then obviously the embarrassing moments. Well, I've mentioned them already. Those losses, those 3 games where they didn't manage to score a try. At least they didn't lose to West twice. In 1985, they lost to West twice, and that's why they got the spoon. Against West in 1986, Illawarra in round 10 beat West 34-8 at Wollongong, but in round 23, that time lost to West 26-12 at Lidcombe, so they beat each other comfortably once each. So that was even. But the 7 games that Illawarra did in fact win in 1986. So first of all, in round 3, they beat Canberra 22-10 at Wollongong. In round 6, they beat St George 22-8 at the SCG. In round 10, like I just said, they'd beaten West 34-8 at Wollongong. In round 12, they managed to beat Eastern Suburbs 14-4 at Wollongong. In round 16, they managed to beat North 16-10 at North Sydney Oval. In round 20, they'd beaten Balmain 20 points to 8. 22? No, 20, sorry, my bad. 22 points to 8 at Leichhardt. Then in round 24, they'd beaten Penrith 26-24 at Wollongong. So there you go. So next year is obviously, going to be next two are West getting the spoon again in 1987 and in 1988. And then it's back to Illawarra getting the spoon in 1989 before Illawarra start going a lot better in the 1990s and don't get it again. So thank you so much for watching all the way through to the end as per requested. And most importantly, thank you for not missing out on any crucial, brilliant rugby league information. Your boy all day, B47. Toodaloo.